booties for black girl nerds.
The lie, I probably shouldn't say this, but the lie of the four films was by far my favorite
Oh,
because
thanks.
it was so twisty and turny. And just when I thought I knew it was going to happen, it went another way. And then I got there and it went another way. It was fabulous. It was very, very interesting. Beginning with you, Mireille, this type of role is just so unique from anything that I've ever seen before. We know the stories of a parent's love and what a parent will do for their children, but we don't know quite exactly what that is until we're in this situation. What did you think of the story when you first read it in its entirety as you got to get to know your character?
Well, it was a story that I recognized at the beginning of a family that's come apart and parents that kind of like pick a corner. And this dad is committed to being, it's kind of like slacker artist, which pushes me towards my corner, which is like type A, controller of our lives, responsible adult. And we forget to actually parent our child. And so she's left in this vacuum where there's no communication, there's no real interest in her. And I think a lot of the choices that we make as parents through this film to try to protect her are also a reflection of our own guilt about the ways that we've failed her. And that it's probably our fault. And so we're scrambling to make up for that. And then obviously, we become culpable because we start making our own lies. And, and then it just keeps going more and more badly.
I think a lot of parents can relate to that. As you say that, I think about some of the things that I do, like, no, you can't have that. Okay, well, you can have it just this once, but not again. And
Yeah.
I think a lot of people can relate to that. Joey, your character was amazing. Just the emotional range that you had from sweet to not so sweet to damn near off the deep end. You went through so many spectrums of emotions. The same for you when you got to know this character. How did you start locking in on those differences in her personality?
I wanted there to be like a definite distinction between the stages that we know Kayla. And I also wanted throughout the film people to feel the need to have empathy for her without giving anything away, and all the while still making people think that she is totally responsible. I think it's kind of an interesting, really fun balance to try to find a character who is our villain, but you want there to be a certain element of relatability while also looking at her being like, what is she thinking? But also that comes from that excitement of finding that character came from, doing the prep work, finding out who this character was, and being able to make spontaneous in the moment decisions based on how I feel maybe Kayla would be feeling. And so it was really nice to be able to just play around with Mireille and Peter and Vina and just find my own character and also discover some really great family dynamic moments within these scenes, being able to participate with such great actors.
Right. When people to get ready to watch this, I personally didn't watch any trailers. I wanted to be completely fresh. I didn't want to know anything about it. I just wanted to dive in. What should they not expect to see in this film?
What should they not expect? They should not expect to see a story of a happy family. They should not expect the regular run-of-the-mill like horror. This is a story that the way Vina flips it on its head at the very end, I think has never been done before.
I agree. I loved it. Thank you so much for your time, ladies. I loved it, loved it, loved it.
Thank
can't
you
wait
so
for other
much.
people to see it so I can talk about it.
Yeah.
Better shake your booties for black girl nerds. Better shake your booties for black girl nerds.